What's up, guys? I just had a ring for it.
Chest rigs.
Chest rigs.
Chest rigs.
I think we need to make that.
Make it a thing.
Make it a thing. These are called Chest-eez.
The old Chest-eez. Oh yeah. Get that in your mouth there.
Also, don't eat this. What's up, guys? We read comments. Some of those comments are mean, and they hurt our feelings. But other comments say, hey, what are you wearing? Chest rig wise, aka
Chest-eez.
Chest-eez.
The old Chest-eez, right there.
Because we're big-breasted women.
Big boys.
So today we're going to go over our chest rigs that we run. Not only are they budget friendly because we're cheap, but also it's our favorite loadout. So stay tuned.
Get
Winging it, take one.
You shut up, bird. The old turkeys up there.
Man, the turkeys are getting vicious these days. Alright. Konnichiwa.
Jeez, you don't.
So, one of the reasons why I personally like to run chest rigs is, why I like to run chest rigs over plate carriers is speed and maneuverability. My last profession that I was at, I learned that the hard way, and when it comes to fighting, you want to have obviously mission essential gear that you need on you, but other than that, you want to strip away everything that you can possibly think of. Some of us get carried away with, and I'm the world's worst, I get carried away of putting everything in the kitchen sink on me, and then when you're out there in the field actually doing the things, it fatigues you, wears hot spots on you. It's just makes for a bad day. So not only are we going to go over our chest rigs, why they're our favorite, but keep in mind the idea of routinely inventorying your crap and consolidating as much as you can every time you inventory. Because then you don't want to turn out like how I usually am and you just hoard crap and then you don't know where anything is. So, you want to start us off with what you carry?
Yeah, it's pretty basic setup here. Just what they call the micro chest rig. 3 mags up here, got a little admin pouch, and then a first aid kit here.
What do you carry in it, though?
In what?
All your stuff.
Okay, so in this admin pouch here, all I got is a lighter, notepad, a pencil, a Sharpie, a pen, some batteries, and a chapstick case. I get little chappy lips, you know.
Nobody likes dry lips.
But that's loadout for me. You know, I always like to have a lighter for whatever reason.
So you can smoke
Notepad,
weed
something like that. Yeah,
at a moment's notice.
exactly. Just real simple, basic stuff. It'll be different for everybody else. Whatever you want to put in there, you can. I just try to keep it thin and try to think of things I might need, take down notes or something, or whatever.
What's in that?
this guy here is the IFAC. I got more batteries here, some more medical stuff. Needle D here for
Shooting up.
yeah, or sticking in your lungs. And just some real basic gauze and compression bandages. I got a tourniquet inside there, and then I also got a tourniquet on the bottom there. I like to carry at least 2 tourniquets.
So essentially he's got ammo, his GP pouch with random sundries that we all carry pretty much, and then his medical.
Yep, exactly.
I noticed you got comms.
Got comms, yep, and I got one more pouch here. If you wanted to put a multi-tool or some sort of knife there, you can put it there if you don't want it in your pocket. And I usually, if I'm actually out doing stuff, you know, in the woods or whatever, I'll probably have some sort of snack in here if I get hungry.
Mm.
And yeah, that's just real basic, real light, real simple.
Right, real maneuverable.
Yeah.
So one thing that I've started doing lately is I used to be really bad about trying to load out every piece of kit that I had like ready to go. And that's not a horrible idea, but sometimes the mission requires something specific. And by mission, I mean going to the range and training with your buddies, or going hunting, or, you know, doo-doo actually hits the fan and it's hardcore. So you'll see later in the video my loadout table. And what I've started doing now is I keep everything spilled out and inventoried, and then my kit is pretty much bare. And then when I go to the range, if I'm training with Sully, or if I'm coming out here by myself, or what have you, I'll load different things into my kit. Now, the stuff that I have in here right now is pretty much like I'll use it every single time I go out. So that being said, in this first pouch, I have my rangefinder.
Oh, good idea.
This has come in very handy when I'm sighting in rifles, because we don't have, you know, like a professional range where stuff's marked off properly. So I use this to verify I'm at the correct range to get my 0 that I want. But if doo-doo hits the fan, you know, you're running recon on something, or you're doing movement, a rangefinder is awesome to have. Figure out how far you're going, how far a target is. In the same pocket, just like Sully, I've got notepad and a pen so that I can draw nude sketches. My 2 pistol mag pouches that are assigned on this chest rig, I run different things in them all the time. If I'm not going to wear my gun belt, then I'll probably throw a pistol mag in here. But for the most part, I run a separate handheld flashlight.
That's a good idea.
So I run that, and in the other one, I run my multi-tool. And god dang, boy.
Oh boy, got the battery
It's
hands.
fucking cold. You can never have too many of these. I usually try and keep one of these in every piece of kit. So I've got one here, and then later on I'll show you I got another one on the belt. But in the other pouch, I've got a Sharpie, headlamp, which I usually wear this around the neck. That helps for nabbing at night.
What kind of headlamp is that?
So I've got that attached to my harness. I have my lensatic compass, and it's on a bungee cord. Cool.
Dummy cord.
Dummy cord?
Yeah, that's what we used to call them, dummy cords.
I got my face paints, so I can paint my face.
Oh, is that a sharpener? Oh, that's a
Ferro rod.
ferro rod. Okay.
So you always want to have a couple of those for, you could use it for signaling, starting a fire, obviously, you know, fiery purposes. But I've got that, and then I've got a separate actual rod in here. And then I have backup batteries for all my different sighting systems. And that's pretty much all I have in that pouch. So these two are just kind of like the junk drawer of different things you might.
Yes, I like the way you're thinking about having all your kit basically in its separate spot, and then you have a basic loadout that's good for everything. And then if you're going, like you said, to the range, you throw something else in there. If you're going to go hunt, you could throw something else in there. If you're going to go do training, you can, you know, load whatever that is. But instead of having everything all on you at one time and then having to take it out,
Yeah.
you have that basic loadout that's good for if you need to just go, you could grab it and go. But if you need specific things, you don't have to, you know, it's not going to be overburdened. You can just put whatever you need in there.
That was the issue that I was running into, was every time we'd come out to the range to train, I'd have my, you know, end of the world kit on it, and we're out here at the range goofing around just training, and it's like, that's important stuff, but I didn't need it at the range.
Yeah.
And so I was always just pulling crap out. The only thing that I've added to this chest rig, and it's like super ghetto but awesome at the same time, is I've added 2 pouches off to the side, and they are crudely mollied onto the harness and then tied on with paracord at the bottom. And on this left side, I've got a rifle mag pouch, and it's got the tourniquet, shears, and a chest seal. So it's just a basic blowout kit, but it sits right up underneath my bingo wings. So it's out of the way. And then on this right side, I had a spare smoke grenade pouch. And this is one that when I get home stays empty. And right now I've got radio in it, because we'll be using radios when we come out here and train and stuff like that, but it doesn't always have to be a radio. I can put my smoke grenades in here, my pepper spray grenades. This is kind of a catch-all. And if there's nothing in it, I'll jam my gloves in it, and it's out of the way. So that's the only 2 additions that I've made to the chest rig itself. My PTT that I run to the actual radio.
Push the top.
Yeah, I've got that up here. Yeah, dummy cords hooked to this, and then I've got my lens cloth hooked up over here.
Yeah, that's always nice to have.
So if your optics get foggy or wet, I can wipe it off with that, or
blow your nose on it.
If I'm crying because of your mean comments. So
And that's one thing that's a little bit different between this chest rig I have on and his. Is I think all yours is sewn on, right?
Yes.
Everything is sewn on, and this thing has got Velcro on the back, on the inside, so you could attach wings like we did, but with Velcro, and then this medical pouch or whatever GP pouch you want to call it can come off too, and you can put whatever you want on there. So it's a little bit more modular. This one also has like Velcro in here. You can change up the different mag sizes if you wanted to.
that was something that I just recently found out about this one, was that I've always put 3 in here, but it has enough room to where I can run 6.
Oh, double?
It's deep enough to where I could do that. I just have to purchase an insert to secure 6 mags. Right now I've only got a 3 mag insert in it, but I can run 6. So that's some food for thought if you are looking at this online, that it does support up to 6 mags, no issues.
Yeah.
So
These are both from Amazon, right? Yours is from Amazon?
both of these are from Amazon. I'll put the links down in the description and some pictures up here while we're talking, but this one, I think it's Vismix. It's some Chinese brand, but this was literally like 30 bucks, give or take. And how much was yours?
I think it was 60.
60.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit more just because it's...
His comes
got the
with more
Velcro.
stuff and it can do more. But as you can see, I mean, if you've got the pouches and some freaking tape and paracord, you can make it work just fine.
Yeah.
So,
And you could also buy a cheap one. Oh, yeah.
Don't move. All right, go ahead.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, you could also get an even cheaper one that's all MOLLE, and then just buy the pouches separately. And then you can kind of build out what you need. If you can't find one that matches your needs or your wants, that's already pre-set up like this or like that, you can just buy a plain MOLLE chest rig panel, yeah, and then just put pieces on however you want.
And I think that's why ultimately we've gotten down to these kind of rigs. Is I've used giant ones that held everything and then some, and they were just too big. And then I've also run some micro rigs that were even smaller than this, and it just wasn't quite enough. And so this is the happy medium. I like it. I'm fast, I'm quick, maneuverable, and then it does have the ability to where I can add or take stuff away, to where it's that happy medium in the middle. More stuff you put is Hamas again. He was in my last video. Alright, so we covered the chest rigs, the gun belts, the saving grace for going super light on all these things is the kitchen sink. So this is the This is the catch-all solution for being able to go super light on all the stuff on your person, all your fighting equipment is, and something that I have a strange addiction to is backpacks, back fat. So this, to me, I think is the best solution for all the extra crap that you want to tote around. You can run additional comms. I've got this one set up with my 203 pouch that's got my smokes, my glowies. I can put extra pistol mags. It's one of those catch-all pouches. You can see that having a good backpack for storage, if you have additional magazines, like you don't have to stow everything in a pouch. Throw it in this bitch. So I can have a crap ton more magazines for me and Sully. I got my nods in here. This is just literally the garbage disposal to catch everything else that you're not wearing on you. But it's also the first thing that'll strip off if you need to move quick. So, what else you got on? You got anything to add to backpacks?
No, really. I don't got anything in this today, but this is where I carried all my gear in. Like we were talking about earlier about the chest rigs. It doesn't have to be loaded out all the time. This backpack's not loaded unless I'm going somewhere. So all I needed for today was chest rig, belt, ammo, and some water. So I just threw it all in there.
Yeah, and hammering home that idea of having a bunch of empty kit at the house. Being ready at a moment's notice is a good thing, but being, I don't want to say too ready, but even the professionals, when they do their missions and stuff, it's set up the same way. Like, they're going to change stuff out depending on what their objective is. So
yeah,
you want to be a certain point of readiness, but at the same time you want to be able to be flexible. So if you've got an empty backpack at home, that's perfectly fine. Have it ready, and then whatever needs to go in it, you're good to go.
Yeah. Like I use my backpack for camping and hiking, day pack and an overnight pack, so it's usually empty unless I'm using it for something. So, and if I go to the range, I don't want to dump everything out, just to put the range stuff in the backpack. But if you have multiple backpacks, sure, you could have a range bag. You could have one dedicated for backpack and day packs. But
right,
I don't got that kind of money.
That was what ultimately drove me to this solution where I'm individually packing things was I had too many backpacks that, too many pieces of kit that were specifically designated for a specific purpose, and it just mentally got cluttered in my mind to where now it's like everything's splayed out, and then I just pack what I need and go.
Yeah, sometimes less is more.
Oh yeah.
Simpler, easier to know where everything's at.
Well, guys, appreciate you stopping by. Go down, smash the buttons. We appreciate your support. Leave Sully some love. He hadn't been here in a while. I hadn't been here in a while. So go down below and go down below on Sully. Digitally.
Yes, please.
Hit the suck button. Bye.
Bye.
Get fucked.